Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claire Russell, and I'm here with a very special edition of 60 Minutes on this Sunday night. Instead of coming to you from our usual set in New York, I'm here today in Colorado at the home of nurse Annie Wilkes. I've had the journalistic privilege of interviewing Miss Wilkes, who's been recently acquitted of charges of murder in her maternity ward at the Boulder Hospital in Boulder, Colorado. Miss Wilkes has gained notoriety for being the Dragon Lady, and though she was not convicted, she hasn't exactly gained the best name for herself in the press. Many still doubt her innocence, but tonight I'm allowing you, the viewer, to decide whether Miss Wilkes is really innocent or not. What does she have to hide? Is she really responsible for the deaths of these innocent young babies? Good evening, Miss Wilkes. Thank you for being the subject of my interview tonight.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
And thank you for having me in your home.
Oh, it's no trouble. I love having guests.
Miss Wilkes, how long have you been a nurse?
20 years. Those were the best years of my life.
Do you like your patients?
Of course I do. That's why I'm a nurse. I really enjoy helping people.
Do you like children?
Of course I do. You have to mold them into the moral pillars of the community.
Do you like working with babies?
They're the best patients. They're so pure, like the infant Jesus.
Miss Wilkes, you've just been on trial for a very serious crime, murdering infants.
That's malarkey. I was helping those babies. They needed me.
Helping them, Miss Wilkes. How so?
They needed a firm hand and direction, and I was the only one who provided that.
When I asked Wilkes about her recent media nickname, the Dragon Lady, she had this to say.
Miss Russell, that is cock-a-doodle nonsense. I consider myself a God-fearing woman of high regard, and I do not consort myself with such heretical nonsense. As for the hooligans who had this whole business against me, it's all lies. I was never even convicted.
You're correct, Miss Wilkes. You weren't convicted, but did you do it?
Every decision I make is the right one. Those little babies are in heaven now.
Thank you, Miss Wilkes. Thank you for your time. That's all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
While you're here, would you like to see my Paul Sheldon collection? I'm his #1 fan.
One.
Good evening, Miss Wilkes. Thank you for being my subject of my interview today. Miss Wilkes, you've just been on trial for a very serious crime, murdering infants.
I rolled my eyes. I feel like I should... Miss Russell, that is cock-a-doodle nonsense. I consider myself... I spit.
Babies.
They're the best patients. They're so pure, like the infant Jesus.